What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to convert these fields into grass fields. So I'm going to join them together, and I'm going to plant grass all the way through, because I think the way I'm traveling at the moment is I'm focusing more on sheep wool and wood, and we're going to make pretty much zero money out of the harvest. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. So we're just carrying on with our wheat harvest. So we're expecting a pretty low yield out of this wheat field because we've done no field prep. We've got weeds, we've got everything happening. We're focusing on getting our sheep production up. We've got some grass sort of underway at the moment, so some windrowing and some baling that has to happen. So first of all, I'm going to grab this guy off this field once he's done, which he is. And we're going to cruise on over to the second field, and we're going to get stuck into it. And then we're going to go and do some windrowing, I think. So if I get a worker hide from here. Now I haven't dropped any straw this time because the straw last time was only worth about 20 grand all up with some additional baling, so I'm not too worried about the straw at this stage. So let's go and grab this guy. Go and grab our windrower. Now I'm thinking with the grass, I've got the Macdon swather, which is also a mower, so I could also look to utilise that. So I can basically cut and swath in one pass. Whereas this guy, I'm finding it's a little bit problematic with how the worker is attempting to do this field. So let's have a look, see if I can get into... Okay, worker mode, number of headlands, 2 automatic, work the headlands off, start the up and down. So will that work? So headlands off, number of headlands, okay. So I want this guy just to go straight up and down. I don't want him to do headlands with this guy, with the tedder. Jeez, this is going pear-shaped. So like they traditionally used to do in FS22. Now it could be the type of merger I'm using, or windrower. Makes me think this could be a little bit problematic. So if I start from here, my assumption is he'll just go straight up the field. Okay, he's going into the middle for some reason, which I don't quite understand. Let's just see what happens. I mean, it would be good if we could just do traditional straight up and down with no headland. That's what I thought would happen. So he's going to stop. He's going to try and do a headland at the end. Okay, not a huge fan of that. Anyway, let's just leave that let's just leave that for now. All right, what else we got? Let's check in on our animals and timber production. Okay, looking good. Getting a bit of wool, so we could probably stand to move some of that wool actually. So let's do that quickly. Let's grab our forklift. Okay, so he's doing a double row, it would appear. I mean, not the worst thing in the world. Actually, what I'm going to do is we'll load up some wood because I don't want to double handle the wool pallets. Let's try this. Planks long. See if we get another planks long to spawn before we move on. So particularly with the way the yeah, there we go, beautiful. Particularly with the way the game is set up at the moment, we don't have any mods to distribute these pallets to productions. Oh, actually, sorry, we do have. It'll go to. It will distribute, but not. Actually, no, it will distribute, won't it? I think I'm thinking of FS22. There's a mod that I used to use. Oh, basically, yeah. So once it's in a production chain, it can be shipped around. to the different production chains in that chain. So like for example, once the wool enters the spinnery, turns into fabric can then be distributed automatically to the tailor shop without having to handle it again, whereas initially you need to pick it up and move it. But with that pallet shipping mod, specifically for wool, the wool shipping mod I think it was called, you could basically, as it spawned out of the sheep barn, you didn't need to do anything additional. It was basically just a case of it spawns as it's created and then it just basically moves on to the next stage. So I reckon we could almost do a run up to the playground at the moment. Let's try and load this up with a bit of finesse. Okay, how far in can we go? Bit of gentle persuasion. Alright, let's go and grab these. I think they're wood beams that I've unfortunately tipped over. Let's try this again. Okay, if you ever get stuck like this, pull it down and ta-da! Usually just flips over. Now hopefully it doesn't clip into the ground and disappear forever, because that would suck. Right, let's see if we can grab two lots of these guys. I wonder if I adjust these pallet forks if I have a little bit better success rate. Make them a touch wider. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oop, don't be careful. Alright, looking pretty good. I think the pallet physics are actually pretty good. They're sticky for when you got the pallet on your forklift. Yeah, but it's not too bad when you try to do that. It does. Whoop, go forward. Let's go down. So let's push that one back in underneath. Alright, I think we're pretty good. So that's a load going to the playground shortly. Let's grab this guy. So we'll drop off our winch. Go and grab our auger wagon. Go and unload. Now this wheat I'm thinking I'm going to use for chickens. I mean, it's pretty expensive chicken feed. I could just ramp up. That has done no windrowing whatsoever. So it's windrowed essentially just the middle, but nothing else. Alright, it's a bit of a ball ache. Let's try this again. Okay, AI worker. Working with work the headlands. So that's the route that it's going to do. Skip lines. So it's pretty much preset. There's not much you can really do. I think that's a bit of an oversight to put headlands in every. So if I go from here and I just want the worker to go straight up and down, to my knowledge, that can't happen. I actually think that's a bit of a problem, personally. We've got 20,000 litres of wheat here. So let's see what happens this time. So we're doing the headland situation. I reckon we go and sell this wood. So let's go and check on the prices currently. So planks, 5,000. Playground is selling them for, buying them for, $7,000 thereabouts. Anyway, let's have a look. Get these tension down. Alright, hopefully we don't lose this load, because that would suck. Going across the train line, that's a bit sketchy. The playground, hopefully not getting taken out by the school bus. Where are you going, buddy? Alright, here we are at the playground, so a relatively short trip from the main farm, and this is the way you want to come in, I think, because the road is less windy. Now, what should happen is we pull over to this trigger. So I'm just gonna, actually I'm gonna put those tension belts back on before we lose it. Let's go. Okay, that was 62,000 plus another 34 plus another 21. So that's over 100 Gs. Okay, nice. Can we actually, let's close the curtain side. Let's try and back this around. Something tells me I'm stuck on something. Alright, that should get us out. Okay, playground. So, storage materials required for the next step. 11,000 planks long, and we need rope. So what is rope made out of? Anyway, that's working well as a sell point for the moment, for our timber productions, at least anyway. So we'll persevere with that, and eventually we'll get that built. But let's cruise on back to the farm. Alright, here we are back at the farm. So our combine is ready to move on. So let's go and get this guy parked up. So we'll open our curtain slider, go and park back where we normally park. Cool. Okay, combine. Let's move on. So this wheat's not going to be ready until tomorrow. Which is fine, so we can just hang there for a second. Now, are we going to plant wheat again? How's this wind rower going? Yeah, I'm not loving this wind rowing, to be honest. Right, let's check the crop calendar. Actually, let's check our productions first. So we've still got enough wood on board for the moment. We've got enough capacity for food for the sheep. We can go into August and planting season. Yeah, so we can skip ahead. It's not gonna cause us any issues. And then we'll come back in and finish up the rest of that wheat harvest. Alright, here we are in August, so let's go and get this combine started straight away. So the worker should pretty much, yep, figure it out. Okay, use vehicles, what do we got? Horse partner, so that's a seed tank. Let's check in on the animals. So I could probably stand to put some hay in there. Probably put a couple more trees in the, let's do that. Do we have a spare tractor? I think we do. Oh, this guy probably needs to be emptied. So let's go and empty this guy into our silo. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to convert these fields into grass fields. So I'm going to join them together. And I'm going to plant grass all the way through, because I think the way I'm traveling at the moment is I'm focusing more on sheep wool and wood, and we're going to make pretty much zero money out of the harvest because we're having to lease the equipment every time. So we do have a bit of a stockpile of wheat. If I do decide to get some chickens, at least we've got some food for them. But I think it's probably better to go down the grassland care route at this stage. So I think that's what we'll do. So I'm going to park this guy over here. I'm going to drop off. Well, I can keep the front loader on, can't I? Because what am I going to get? I'm going to get a plough. All right, let's head over to the shop, and we'll go and grab a plough. So I'll see you over there. All right, here we are at the farm shop. So let's go and grab ourselves a plough. So we went into vehicles. We want soil cultivation, I'm assuming. Ploughs right there. Alright, what horsepower do we need? So there's a Cavernaland, the Pottinger, that's 210 horsepower. So what's the working width on that? 4.2. So I reckon this guy, how big is this one? 2.5. Let's just go the agromaz and we'll lease it. Just means we'll have to do a few more passes, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, lease it. Because basically all we're going to do is just join the fields that we've got. So it's not a huge area to plough, which will be helpful. So let's head on back to the farm and we'll get this ploughing underway. So I'll see you over there. Alright, here we are. So let's go, and so it should just be a case of pretty much. Okay, we're going to go lower plough, allow create fields. We're pretty much just going to run it in parallel to this section here. So we are going to sacrifice a bit of grass, but at the end of the day, I don't really mind. So this is where the deformation really kicks in. Cool, so that's that. Now we're basically just going to plough up this section and join it. So we are sacrificing a little bit of what we've already windrowed, but I think actually I just want to make sure I'm getting all of this, because I don't want to have to replow it. Okay, let's just quickly check on the combine. Yeah, so you've still got plenty to go. Okay, what I'll do is I'll throw on a quick time lapse while I go through and finish this ploughing, and then we'll come back in. So see you in a few minutes.
Go against the feeling, make them fall like gravel to the floor. Only when the dust sets, you start to regret all the things that you've been fighting for. Cause I know that what you planned out, everything that you built up, isn't what you want. And I know the life you're living isn't that fulfilling. Let me help you out. Lay your love on me, leave your head and let your mind be free. Save yourself and leave the words you spoken, cause some dreams are meant to be broken. Lay your love on me, leave your head and let your mind be free. Save yourself and leave the words you spoken, cause some dreams.
Alright, that should pretty much cover the joining. So if we want to double check, let's go into our field screen. Okay, so if we check our hotspots, you can basically see everything is joined, it would appear. There's a small section up the end there, which I'm not sure about, so let's quickly go and have a quick look at that. We'll go and connect our seeder, and we'll get some seeding underway. So we'll have basically a giant grass field, which I think is going to be good. All right, so probably just here. Drop the plough off. I'm also going to drop off the front loader, so just drop that off there. Okay, let's go and find grass. Now I've got a feeling, yeah, it's probably going to try and seed the whole thing. So what I'm probably going to do is, I reckon, yep, so we need to let's grab this guy, grab our grain cart, go and unload. I'm going to seed it manually, basically because it's basically detected the field, which is good. And then I think this windrower I might have to switch out for a different style perhaps. And then I think the plan will be to really ramp up the sheep production. Alright, let's go. So turn on seeder, lower seeder. Okay, turn on seeder. Should be good to go. Alright, let's see if we get some seed in the ground here. Looks like we are. Just double check that. Alright, let's carry on. So I'm going to throw on a time lapse, cue the music, see you in a few minutes.
I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious.
You know what, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the worker to, if I can get this to work, headlands, auto, work on headlands, start with up and down, headland last. I'm just going to get the worker to do this because it's going to take me forever otherwise. So is that, see if this worker can figure it out. Yeah, looks like they're going to work it out. Alright, looks like our grain harvest is finished, so what we're going to do is we're going to return that lease and then we will come back in for the next episode. So thanks very much for watching, guys, really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Refuse you.